Hey guys, Joe here from Xbox Games. Check it out, we got the Adventure Force Aeon Pro, and as many of you guys already know, these are showing up in the stores a little bit easier to get now. When these first came out, these were hot. I mean, they were very tough to get because of the performance and the price. Now, if you guys don't already know, again, this is what I consider the baby brother, of course, to the Nexus Pro. If you guys haven't checked that out, check that thing out. That thing is an absolute beast for the price and the performance. But for now, we're going to talk about the Aeon Pro. We picked this up right from our Walmart store. It was about $24.99 or something like that, about $25, $26 altogether with tax and everything. So it should be right about there at your local store. Now, we did have this on order through the Walmart website, and it says it wasn't going to be in stock for like a couple more weeks, but we happened again to go to our local Walmart store and see they had a few of these in stock, so we actually picked up two because the price on these are just amazingly cheap. You would expect to pay probably double, if not triple the price for the performance and what you get. So anyways, let's get into this thing so we guys can kind of check this thing out and see what it is all about. So let's hop on in and take a look at the actual box. You can see on the front of the box, it's you know, a very simplistic box, right? It's like, hey, shoots over 125 feet. And the thing is this thing is, again, no joke. So, you know, the front of the box is a little bit different than the Nexus Pro, where the Nexus Pro had kind of that flip up front so you can kind of see everything inside it. This particular one, no, you can't flip it open. It's just kind of sealed. So if we flip it over to the back, again, nothing too crazy on the back here. It does kind of go over the, you know, the mag and the mag adapter and kind of shoots half-length or full-length darts. Again, nothing too crazy when it comes to the back of this particular box. I don't know. I'll probably end up throwing the box away. It's nothing for me that's going to be, you know, that I want to keep on my shelf. I might keep it up here for a little while and then get rid of it. But overall, a little bit different of a box, again, than the Nexus Pro box. Again, you can see it there. Nexus Pro one you can flip open and kind of check the thing out and say, man, and I thought that was this way when I first got this. I was trying to flip open the front, but no, it's just a sealed box and it is what it is. So, you know, let's take a look at kind of the aesthetics first of this particular blaster. So it's not, I mean, it's not too bad of a blaster. I don't know if you call this like a submachine gun. I don't know if you call this like a pistol. I don't, you know, it's tough to say what category this falls under. I do envision a lot of people making updates and 3D parts for this particular thing, but overall, the aesthetics of it are pretty good. They didn't overdo it in many aspects, and they kind of kept it nice and sleek and lightweight, which is kind of what I like when it comes to kind of a pistol-ish type blaster like this. Now, it does only have one kind of tactical rail up top here. Now, this is not Nerf sized, so you can't fit any of your Nerf or your Nerf rival attachments on here. You're going to have to go with a quote-unquote standard Picatinny size rail attachment, such as like a real red dot or a real scope or something. So just keep that in mind. The Adventure Force stuff did fit on here, but it was very tight. It was like very, very tight. So kind of keep that in mind that all Adventure Force attachments are not made equal. So kind of keep that in mind. Now, the handle or the grip, it's identical. Like, to me, it is identical to the Nexus Pro grip. So it kind of reminds me of almost like a machete, like you're going to go out and cut bushes. Kind of reminds me of that. A little bit larger, a little bit thicker. So it really, I think, compensates, again, a more adult size hand. Again, because this particular blaster shoots so freaking hard. I think they kind of made it that way. So just kind of keep that in mind. The handle is a little bigger. Now, the one thing about this particular blaster is, for me, was the priming of this thing. Now, I mean, it's not impossible to prime, but it is a little bit harder. I shot about 100 rounds to this before my wrist. I'm like, my gosh, like pulling it back is hard. I mean, it's not like some of the blasters, like the Nexus Pro. Like pumping that was pretty easy because it was a different angle. This one is more just pushing it down and really using a lot of your wrist power to kind of push that back. So I do envision somebody is probably going to make a different top up here of something and maybe have it extend out the back to like a T so you can just pull it and then go, because you just get so much more leverage going like this comparison to something like this. That is the only thing that I thought about this particular blaster was just a little bit weird, was just, man, it's a hard spring, and kind of pushing it back like that is, for me, was a little bit difficult. I'm hoping they do have a little bit less of a harder spring in there, so I can actually use this in some of my Nerf wars. Now, our Nerf wars, you know, you cannot go over 100 to 110 FPS. 115 is pushing it, and this thing shoots well over that. And we're going to talk about that later, but it is something I just wanted you guys to kind of think about, that, You know, if you guys don't have any rules at your Nerf wars, fine, just be careful. This thing is an absolute animal. But priming this back, just over time, it just made my wrists really, really tired. It just, I don't know. I feel like that there needs to be some type of T-pull there. Anyways, the mags itself, which is kind of cool about this particular blaster, is it's kind of a 2-in-1, right? Now, this only comes with the mag adapter as well as the small dart or half-length dart adapter or mag there. So if you guys want to use full-length Nerf mags in there, you can. If you guys have, you know, katana mags and things like that, you guys can use these. So these things fit perfectly fine inside. Actually, kind of looks pretty cool right there. If you guys want to use the mags from the Nexus Pro, they work perfectly fine. Just, again, throw it up in there. Or, you guys already know it, if you guys want to use drums, again, you guys can throw the drums on there. I don't know, you know, between the full length and the half length darts, I like them both. I'll shoot anything out of these particular blasters until I can find somebody with a drum-fed mag for half-length darts, and then I'll get one. Otherwise, I only have just the full-length darts on these. So that is kind of cool that they give you the option of, hey, you know, use what it is you want to use for your particular blaster. And yeah, if you're into half-length darts or whatever, I think this whole mechanism right here is pretty cool. Now, I was going to do a shooting video, but I was like, man, this thing shoots so hard, there's almost no point. And the darts are black. So, well, they're more like a charcoal with the orange tip. So when you shoot them, it's almost impossible to see. It's just so dark. But I do like these a lot. I feel like they are a nice contender to kind of the waffle darts. Now, I was able to pick up a bunch of them here. These were readily available at my Walmart. You can pick up 100 for about $9. So we picked up a package or two of these because I know I'm going to lose them. The black darts for me are always a little bit more harder to find, like right in the yard and stuff like that, in the bushes, compared to some other ones. But still, these shot absolutely great. So this thing out of the gate, guys, whew, this thing shot 140 FPS plus, like consistently, all day long, just shot straight and true over and over and over and over and over again. And this thing, I mean, pretty much just outdistanced everything that was out there. Unless somebody had like a Nexus Pro or something like that, it pretty much outdistanced them all. And the thing was, is a lot of people started using the Nerf Ultra because of the distance on it. And man, this thing just goes farther and straighter for half the cost, right? That's why I think this thing is so ridiculous. For about $25, I mean, geez, you're going to be able to pick up something that performs extremely well, has a ton of mods, I assume, that are going to be coming for it. And man, it just performs very well. Now, a lot of you guys are probably asking, how does that thing compare to the Nexus Pro? So I'll pull it up here. To be honest, I mean, it's pretty much, like when you look at them, it's pretty much the same, this like almost the same thing. The whole lower half and everything is pretty much the same thing. The back of the receiver is pretty much almost the same. The top, the front, it's just a shortened down, kind of watered down version of the Nexus Pro. Now the Nexus Pro, again, is something you could pick up if you want to save, you know, pick it up, save an extra $20, pick this thing up because again, it comes with a little more accessories, a little bit different of a position and a little bit different of a blaster, but you still get that same performance, right? You're getting 140 FPS out of the gate. So I don't know, maybe have that as a sidearm, a secondary, that as your primary. You know, it is, it is tough to say. It is amazing what has come out on kind of this, you know, the Aeon Pro and the Nexus Pro. These things have just changed the game as far as it goes for Nerf blasters. You know, it's, to me, all the blasters that are kind of non-quote-unquote Nerf have been coming out of the gate this year hard. You know, a lot of the stuff like right here, a lot of the other Adventure Force stuff, geez, it's just been crazy good for a ridiculous price. Usually it was you kind of got what you paid for, but man, I feel like some of the Nerf stuff now is just overpriced, and some of this other stuff here is just crazy, crazy good. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think. Again, I want to do a quick review on this so you guys, you know, if you're thinking about getting it, you know, maybe you watch this and you say, yeah, you know what, I want to get that thing or not. I think it's a pretty, well, it's an excellent deal for $25. It is smoking. I mean, the performance and everything you get with this thing is hard to beat. And just by looking at it, again, I think a lot of people are going to be able to make, you know, different tips for it, maybe a new slide rail on top. I don't know. I think having a nice little butt plate back here would have been nice. I mean, you know, kind of like a submachine gun. Somehow, if someone redid it and put the, Gosh, that would have been awesome. But again, I get it. You're almost making like another one of these, but with a smaller muzzled tip, right? Which I think I'd be kind of cool with that. Something like right here with just a small slide. I don't know. Again, I'm just kind of thinking. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of this thing. I'm always curious. Let me know if you guys have this thing, and let me know your guys' opinion. Leave it down in the comments. Anyways, guys, definitely subscribe if you guys haven't already. Make sure you get on the giveaway. We're giving away a Spectrum, and that thing kind of rocks. Make sure you guys want to get in on that. Anyways, thanks again, Fox fans.